Hi, I'm Salia. Welcome to my channel. I want to share with you my journey to decorate my cloud island. It's pretty new and I've rebuilt the Pokemon Center, but not much else. I've explored the island a bit and I'm loving the layout. There is so much potential to build with several beautiful lakes and a large hot springs in the center of the island. There are so many areas that I can't wait to decorate. When I first loaded this cloud island, the dirt came right up to the Pokemon Center, so I've dug it out a little bit on the front side so that I could figure out what I wanted to do to decorate. I've set up a basic plan for the area. I have left a gap right in front as I want to build something around the center, and I've also set up a few rows aside for a garden bed. Then I want stairs going down to this lower area next to the lake. I'm going to make an overgrown wooden walkway here that will lead to an open area. In this video, I will build this wooden walkway, and I start out by digging out this area by one block to make it level with the water in the lake nearby. This build is pretty simple and should be easy to follow along. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Once this area is dug out, I'm using magnet rise to replace the dirt blocks with grass. Can be done without magnet rise, but it's much quicker and easier with it to just swap the blocks for different types. If you're unsure how to do that, when you're magnet rise, if you select the block type, you just click the right joystick so that it changes from placing a block to swapping the block. Here you can see the layout for the wooden walkway. The wooden blocks that I'm using are the hardwood ones, which are a nice medium brown shade for the wood and is similar to the floor of the Pokemon Center, so will transition nicely when finished. If you're keen to set up your own cloud island with this seed, let me know in the comments because I can share the seed number which allows you to set up your own cloud island with this same landscape. I'm going to put 2 stairs which lead down from the front garden area. I will decorate the front garden at a later point. I'm just focusing on the wooden walkway for this video. For the wooden walkway, I will use wooden enclosures, walkways and bridge planks. You can always paint these to change the colour, but for this one I want a natural wood colour. I put 2 wooden enclosures on top of the hardwood block, leaving a space in between each of the upright poles. This stops the wooden enclosures putting a crossbeam in between them and also leaves more space for decorating with plants later. I then put a walkway on top of the enclosures. You can rotate the direction of the planks so that they are going across the walkway gap. If you want it to have sort of a edging, you can have them flipped around the other way so that the beams going across the walkway are different to the ones on the edge, but for this one I prefer the look of them all matching up for this particular walkway that I'm doing at the moment. So then I use the bridge planks to fill in the space between the walkways, making sure the planks are lining up in the same direction. I've left a gap in between each row as I want to put vine decorations in between the rows, but you could fill in the whole area with bridge planks if you wanted to. And now to decorate with plants, I start with grass. I put it randomly around the bridge planks, not too close together. Then I put some flowers. I've picked for this one white, blue and pink ones, a mix of different types. The choice is totally up to you. I love the look of these spiky ones mixed in with the shorter flower types. A few hedges look great in the mix. I don't like too many hedges on the bridge planks, but a few's pretty nice. You could also have it just as grass and keep it more green. It's totally up to you. You could also experiment with like different types of grasses, like there's the pink ones, the red ones, the yellow grass. They could all make some interesting looks on top of the bridge planks. Now I'm using the vine decorations. I just hang them on the bridge planks. You can put them across the gaps too to make it look more interesting, then go on the ends and along the outer edges as well. You can't put them on both sides of each of one of the gaps as there can only be one vine decoration in each of the block areas, so remember when you're putting them on in the gaps between the rows to not just do them on one side to mix it up so that they're hanging from both sides of the gap. I'm loving the way this is looking so far. It makes such a pretty walkway with those flowers. I hope they bring in a hanging flower vine, because I really want to make a wisteria walkway. That would be so amazing. Can you imagine walking beneath a wisteria one with all the purple flowers hanging down? It'd be so amazing. I really hope that they bring out a flowering vine that hangs down, or a cave entrance with the hanging flowering vines. Oh, I really hope that they bring something like that in. Now I'm just decorating underneath the walkway. I've put in some mushroom street lights. I love the look of these lights. They look so natural and wild, so easy to make as well, and they don't need power to switch them on, so they're such an awesome item to be able to make early on in the game. Then I'm using powered up leafage to put vines around the blocks. Pay attention to what side you're standing on when you do this, as it blocks anything being put in front of it. If I stand behind the blocks when I use leafage, I will be able to put plants in front along the path, which is a problem with this first block, because I can't put any plants in front of it. I will have to remove those vines so that I can put the plants in, but that's easy to do, and if you use magnet-rise to pick up those vines instead of just breaking them, you can place the vines on the bridge planks, and they hang down below the bridge planks, which looks pretty cool. You can also use hanging vines, which you pick up with magnet-rise, so that they can be placed easily as well, hanging off the bridge planks. Finishing up with the extra flowers around the walkway, and if you want it more overgrown, using vines hanging from the bridge planks would definitely look great. I love this overgrown look, and being able to use the plants like this so that it is not just plain wood. It really suits my cute nature theme that I love, and all my builds always end up being full of plants, and I love it. I love this look. You could easily do a coloured theme for this as well, using painted wood. So you could either do like white or a colour like pink, and then have the colours of the flowers the same if you wanted to set up a coloured theme area. It really elevates the look of the pathway, and it's so simple to create. If you're keen to set up your own cloud island with this seed, let me know in the comments, because I can share the seed number, so you guys can create the same or do your own thing. But this island is awesome. I love it. Can't wait to explore and share it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and like this overgrown walkway. I hope to see you again for my next video, where I will continue to decorate the cloud island. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. See you next time.